Wednesday afternoon. You can't tell by my face. I'm exhausted. Lark had to see an allergist this morning. First thing, like really early this morning. That went fine. Nothing really new. I mean, she's seen an allergist in the past, fairly regularly, I guess, considering she's a baby. But with the recent events that put her in the hospital, they kind of wanted to have her reevaluated and have the asthma symptoms kind of reevaluated. She's not been diagnosed with asthma specifically. There could come a time down the road that she does get diagnosed. And as far as the food allergies go, those obviously still stand. We don't know for how long. They think she'll outgrow them, but we don't know. They didn't do any allergy testing yet because she was tested back in September when she was 12 months, and she was set to be tested again this September. But anyway, she'll be tested again in October for her food allergies again, which they're fairly certain she'll still have them, and she'll be tested for a few new things to try and kind of figure some stuff out, because she's sort of like her mother in that she's an allergy / immune system mystery. Not really mystery, but she kind of has an overactive immune system like I do when it comes to histamine and reactions. He was saying today that her food, I'm so out of breath, God. Her food reactions might not actually be as severe as they appear. Kind of, sort of, in a sense. I have allergy issues where I'm like overactive and the histamine in my body is overactive. So my reactions to things look a lot worse than they would for the next person because of that. She's kind of the same way. So they're kind of confused about a few things. But anyway, she did not get tested today. The appointment went a little quicker than I had anticipated because I assumed they were going to test her. But what happened was when they scheduled this appointment, they scheduled it at the same time as my standard weekly OB visit. So I had to try to reschedule the OB visit. They couldn't reschedule me, so they moved me up this morning. I was sort of like double, triple. I don't know how many people booked for one time slot. So right after that was done, I headed over to the OB, and we literally, Lark with me, Lark in tow, because that's what we do. We were at the OB office for 3 hours. I kid you not. I had to have an ultrasound, which was, I think, fairly routine, but they checked a couple of things on me specifically, like my previous C-section incision, because she was kind of worried about that. And then a couple things with the baby, but I got a bunch of new pictures, and this one's so funny because I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of a shot kind of up, and you can see his nose and his eyes and his mouth, and it's so funny because the nose and the mouth totally look like Lark. So crazy. And then this last one, oh, I can't stop yawning. This last one is kind of cute. You probably can't even tell what it is because it's hard to tell what it is even in person. But she said he has hair. Like, there were all these like little white lines like sticking up off his head, and she's like, oh, that's hair. So she gave me a little picture of it. So really cute. And then this one was just his profile with his hand. Hard to see from the glare, with his little hand in front of his face. So baby's doing well. Me, however, not that I'm not doing well, but I'm still having issues. I've been having painful contractions pretty much every morning for the last few days. Almost like clockwork now at this point. And I was actually having contractions as I was laying on the table in there today. When she measured my stomach, my uterus, she mentioned that I had dropped significantly, and the baby is mostly, partially, I don't know, engaged. Head down, which is good because Lark was breech. And I've progressed, so the contractions are kind of not superficial at the moment. So what that really means, we don't know. She's pretty certain I'll go into labor early. Obviously, you can't predict when. She tested me to see if my water's leaking at all, and that was negative. So I've not progressed that much, but I've definitely progressed. So I don't know, folks. There could be a baby sooner rather than later. But anyway, the whole ordeal. I've been home for a while now. I had an internet issue. I need to get some work done. I had an internet issue when I got home. She was passed out when we got home. So she slept for, I don't know, a couple of hours. And, oh my God, that morning just exhausted both of us. Like, completely exhausted both of us. I had to, like, take a bunch of food with us for her. I had to feed her breakfast in the OB waiting room because we couldn't come home. But anyway, home now, and I'm actually sitting feet up because after that whole OB debacle and her checking me and messing with me and having the ultrasound, I have been in pain, like, ever since. So I'm kind of trying to take it easy. Trying to get some work done. Oh, and I got flowers today. A lady came and rang the doorbell, and I'm like, who in the heck is here? Kind of odd time of day. And I answered it, and I got flowers delivered to me from my work. So that was nice. For Happy 4th of July. So they're red, white, and blue. I'll show them in a second. Other than that, we're just hanging out. I may have to run back out. Ugh, I don't want to, but she prescribed me a belly binder thing for support because I'm having so much pain, to maybe try and help combat that. And should I end up with the C-section again, she said it'll help after that. So I may have to run over to the medical equipment store and see if they have that in stock before it's the weekend, the extended weekend, and I can't get there, which I'm not really looking forward to, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, not much else going on. James has an early game today, so he'll be home at some point. But yeah, not a whole lot else going on. That was a lot to say. That was a lot to cover. My nose is obviously still stuffy. Things are a mess, people. They're just a mess. And I'm so tired. So very tired. What you watching? You watching a little bit of Doc? She just had some lunch kind of late because she took such a long nap, but that's okay. See, that's okay. Were you a good girl today with Mama? You was very good, considering you had to sit in the waiting room for hours. Well, it's after 7. I'm so exhausted. Just exhausted. Lark just took a tumble. She was in her mini chair, rocking and being crazy, and I kept telling her to be careful. Well, she had rocked so much that the chair shifted by this little buffet table, and she was rocking and she tipped it and whacked her head on it. So she was upset, so I sat and held her for a while. Now she's watching Mickey and having some milk. I'm actually sewing. I'm testing a pattern out for her because I was going to make her these little shorts to wear on Saturday for 4th of July. But I wanted to test the pattern first because I wasn't sure what size. But I'll probably be done here in a minute because I've been sitting upright for a while and it's starting to hurt. So I'll probably sit and recline and put my feet up for a bit. I just put some artichokes in to cook because I was craving them again. And I put them in now so that hopefully by the time James is home, they'll be done. So, just hanging out. Getting my sew on. It's my pretty flowers from my work. I love them. They're red, white, and blue. And so cute. I love them. So that was a nice surprise today.